It's time for Joy News Interactive, and this time we're going to have Miss G taking us through it because Aisha is away for a while.
All right, so I hope you had a good, productive day. You can follow us. Our handle is Joy News on TV, on Facebook, and on Twitter. So I know you must have had a lot or heard a lot on the news today, and so many things are competing for your attention. Let's talk about the decision by the president to halt the purchase of new state vehicles until further notice. This measure is meant to channel the resources which would have been used to purchase the vehicles into government projects. Some of you have concerns about the appointment of over 100 ministers, which is raising costs. But this new effort is to minimize costs. Do you think this measure is necessary, and what difference would it make?
It won't make any difference because at the end of the day, he may need to purchase new cars, especially for some of the new ministry created, because their work will be demanding and they need to go around the country, which means that he may not even rely on the old cars because their efficiency has outlived.
Well, I don't think it makes any difference because I've already heard that some of the ministries and departments have bought their cars, and then the directive has come too late. Now, in any case, even if not all of them have bought cars at the moment and they are yet to buy, it's just a matter of delaying the expenditure. But eventually, government will still, those agencies will still have to buy cars anyway. They buy the cars out of necessity. So if the directive is that make do with what you already have and you have none, what do you do?
For him to come out to say that they should reduce the cost of buying cars, or they should even stop buying cars, is very important because it will help the country to be stabilized a little. Because even buying the cars and the rest is a huge sum of money. They will never go and buy maybe a home-based or home-used car. They will buy a new one, and definitely it will increase their cost. It will even put them on their toes to know what he wants to do and where he wants to take this country.
It's necessary because compared to the cost to order a new car, it's also another debt for the state. So I believe that if they maintain the old one, it is okay to reduce their cost or to save some money for the other projects.
All right, so a lot of people sharing their concerns about the ban on new vehicles. I'm sure that you have your concern as well.
Well, I have my thoughts. I believe that if they're able to carry it through, then yes, it saves us some money. It saves the taxpayers some money. It bodes well for us.
But what do you think will happen to the new ministries that have been created, like someone was suggesting?
There are vehicles already. I mean, there are lots of, they keep on talking about the fact that there were vehicles handed over from the previous administration, and those vehicles are still in very good use.
So they're
and
enough
some are also being retrieved.
Exactly, including V8s. Okay, so let's see what...
Baya Jeremiah says, at least we remind the public to be careful in handling state properties. It will save Ghana some amount of money which can be used to provide my village with just one borehole. Kwesibuatenyepa says, why should state cars be totally overhauled? Simply because there has been a change of government. It's about time we set our priorities right as a nation. Richard Kweku from Pomansu says, I thought we were told all the cars at the presidency and all other offices of government machinery have been stolen, so why not buy new ones after the wasted and failed efforts of so-called retrievals, but rather place a moratorium? Well, I don't quite believe that they said all the vehicles have been stolen. They said the number of vehicles could not be accounted for, and indeed they have gone ahead to try and retrieve some of these vehicles. Eben Doe says enough vehicles are there for administrative work, so the more new ones they will buy would only become funeral home-going wheels for the big bosses.
And Kabna Trump says that it's a move in the right direction. Most of the vehicles only need maintenance, but they leave them to the mercy of the weather and go ahead to buy new ones. And Shipman Osei says that this is in order, and I commend President Akufo-Addo and the MPP government for that. At least he has proven saying to Ghanaians that he's ready to protect the public purse, and it's a very good sign. The MPP shall make Ghana work again. And Anna also says, okay, so Bronya says DCE should be made transport minister. He is doing very well. And Aye says most of the ministries have already bought new vehicles before this directive was given. So I'm not sure if this will have any impact in protecting the public purse. So comments from you concerning that one. And let's move on. And if you're a social media enthusiast like me, then you must be aware of the ongoing campaign on social media to ban Galamsey. Hashtag ban Galamsey. Hashtag Galamsey must stop. Hashtag ban Galamsey now are some of the hashtags used mainly by Twitter users in Ghana to express their displeasure on this menace, which is destroying our water bodies. Lands and Natural Resources Minister John Peter Amewu said that government will use various measures, including drones, to fight the challenge. But since there is a call from Ghanaians for a ban, tell me your opinion. Do you share in the view that Galamsey should be banned?
Yes, I really do, because it is destroying our water bodies. It is putting the people, the rural areas, at a very disadvantaged point where their produce are destroyed, their farms are destroyed. I mean, a lot of things are destroyed. It's not good for the health of the people. So they should be banned, and the government should compensate the people of those areas because they've really suffered. How can the foreigners just come and, I mean, they just take advantage of the people like that and give them peanuts? They deserve a lot. So it should be banned and the people should be compensated.
Yes, I agree it should be banned. I mean, when you look at what it's doing to our water bodies of late, and then when you're watching the news, what you see, it's affects the water bodies. It makes it very dirty. I mean, it's and these villages, that is the only source of drinking water.
Oh yes, anything illegal. I don't see any reason why anything illegal should go on. Anything illegal should be banned so that we allow the masses to be productive. Because if you allow them to keep mining without the legal consent, I mean, everybody want to go to that part, and that is very bad for the society.
Okay, but do you think it would be an easy thing to do?
Well, nothing good really comes easy. It might take a while, it might take time, but I think if the government is committed to stopping it, it will be stopped.
All right, so hashtag ban Galamsey now.
Yeah, and I support it.
And I'm happy that the Chinese are actually ready to help, as kept the minute. So it means that
but the people who are not excited about the fact that we're begging them to help us. I mean, if they've been engaged in illegality, you deal with them like you're supposed to. I mean, we're too fond of, they call something, there's a word, mollycoddling.
I see, but a lot of people are also saying that.
Definitely.
Okay, so Israel, let's see what people have got to say.
Leonard says the issue of Galamsey in Ghana has brought us a lot of pain and joy. Friends and families have been buried alive and our water bodies destroyed. I think that we've destroyed a lot more water bodies, our environment, and lost so many human beings in this business called Galamsey, and therefore I propose a total ban. Emmanuel Mensah says it should be, because I've seen how some of the waters have changed into yellowish. So I was saying to myself, how can they use it for their lives? And also for those who can't afford to buy sachet water, how will they survive? Now, even that sachet water is or could be contaminated by that. Kwesi Yepa says, yes, it should be banned or properly regulated. But I get hernia when people say when they ban it, they will join armed robbery or prostitution. Let them join, and the police will deal with them. Don Kojan says, I think it should be banned, and whoever is found doing it after the ban should be shot dead by national security. By this, I believe we're able to save our dying water bodies and forests.
All right, Elon Fumi says that we know the solution to the problem. We don't need rocket science to end this. 60 years on, and we are not bold to take simple decisions. When our citizens are doing this in another country, they deport them without thinking twice about diplomacy. And Trump says that not only banned, but should also be criminalized, and they are destroying our lands and water bodies. If not checked, where lies the future for the unborn generations? And Rex Solar says, indeed, Galamsey should be banned because it has been spoiled. Okay, spoiled all the streams, lakes, and some of the water bodies Ghana has. So it should be banned. And Richard Kwekufrin says the banning of the Galamsey operation has been long overdue. The debate about it destroying our water bodies is becoming very ugly to hear. We will wait around till it results in us importing potable water. The leadership we have now made all the noises, but are clearly not in any way committed to addressing the menace. God help Ghana. And I would have said outright ban, but hey, come to think of it, once some politicians and chiefs are involved, a ban wouldn't work, says Berima. So some responses there, and including the fact that, you know, people say lots of indigents and people in power are involved. So we're waiting to see how this will actually work.
You know, it makes it really difficult to police what that kind of distraction that's happening or taking place, because they find themselves in very remote areas.
Yeah.
They just find themselves in some deep forest, and before you know, they've pillaged the whole place.
That's true. That's true. But maybe the use of drones will help. So if you follow Joy News documentary Next to Die, you would definitely be aware of what people are saying. The documentary highlights maternal and child mortality cases in the Konfuanochi Teaching Hospital, and also focuses on abandoned mother and child units, which, when completed, could save lives. About $70 million is needed to complete the building. If 3 million Ghanaians pay 10 cedis each month for 1 year, we would be able to complete the project. Would you pay if you had to?
Definitely. I think it's a laudable idea. I mean, if everybody have to pay 10 cedis, like you said, a month, and it's going to be used to save life, I mean, why not? I mean, I'll go for that.
What would urge you on? What would really make you want to do this?
Humanity. It's about life.
Of course, I would definitely pay, because these are lives that are dying. So I don't see nothing wrong with paying 10 cedis of saving somebody's life. I will pay just to save somebody's life. I mean, when Jesus Christ came, he died for us, just for us to have life. And it's an expensive one. So why wouldn't I also do the same?
Oh yes, I'll do it, because it's very quite important for all of us in the nation, since it's something that will help us, and the fund of the country is not helping us. So I hope that the individuals and the corporate institutions all can we join together, then we pay that money. I think it's quite okay for us, and it will help us, because it's something that perhaps, if not me, maybe a cousin or auntie.
Lots of people saying they'll pay, but I'm just wondering if they really will when the time comes for us to pay.
Well, I have a different position on all of that.
Tell me.
I mean, I don't think that we, the citizens, should be paying for this. I believe that government should sort it out. I mean, for how long? Because we pay taxes.
Yes.
For how long are we going to, continue to pay taxes and still,
not get to the worth of our taxes?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not.
Yeah, not for 10 cedis a month for a year.
Nah, I'm not keen.
Let's see what people are saying.
Kwesi prices, I won't pay. Why do I pay tax? I pay tax to enjoy some of these services. Why should I beg for something which is due me? It is about time we hold politicians accountable. Politicians sometimes behave as if when they build hospitals or schools for us, it is a privilege. Mambakia says, in fact, I will not pay anything, because there are hundreds of such situations all over the country, even in my village. In my village, both facilities and health personnel are not there yet. Nobody talks about it. Construction of health facilities in Konfuanochi will not change my predicament. Ambrose Yoyo says, of course, I will pay. but is it always the strict mode of funding projects? They should be tiny for government to pre-finance in no time. Buyer Jeremiah says, I'm ready to pay 50 cedis so that it will not take us 1 year to complete such a national project. I suggest there should be National Fundraising Day in all the churches towards that project. You know, so yes, we may be talking about fundraising projects, but there are several of these things. How many can we contribute to pay?
And how sure are we that the money we contribute will even end up, you know, fulfilling the purpose, you know?
Well, granted for KNUS, I mean the Confirmatory Teaching Hospital, yes, the funds could go to pay for the projects. But I'm saying, why should we do that? Where does that happen? We can do that for minor things in our communities. We're already fixing our roads. We're already paying things for ourselves in our communities.
Buying water.
We're buying water. We're fixing our electricity issues.
True. That's enough already anyway. All right, so what sort of building is costing $70 million? Why are they constructing a space station there? And you should have seen the documentary. And this is happening because our leaders are greedy, stingy, and insensitive to the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian. And of course, I will. Who knows tomorrow? It might be my child or relative. And Minta says, yes, why not? They can even deduct me from controller. I won't mind. And why am I paying tax? I won't pay. I think that's what you want to say. So those are some comments.
Well, it says, Joy, please don't ask this question again.
Because he definitely won't pay. Well, that's it. Okay.